Yeah, we back with another one. Miss Toya, Chrissy, Angel.
This is Wednesday night, and our vibes are high. This is ladies' night, oh what a night, oh what a night.
Oh, this is Chick Chat night, we're gonna vibe all night. Oh, this is Chick Chat night, oh what a night, oh what a night. Chick Chat night, Chick Chat night, Chick Chat night.
So what y'all thought? We were over with? Nah, we back. Like we never left.
Okay, so ladies, if you're rocking with us, go on and put your hands up and let me see y'all. And fellas, don't forget to tell a friend. The chicks are back. Woo! Go live yet. Thank you.
Happy Wednesday.
Hump day.
Yes.
We are here.
That's our guest over there with her phone rocking.
Oh, duh.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. I am your girl, Miss Toya.
And this is your girl, Chrissy.
Your girl, ain't you, baby?
Siobhan, the realtor.
I love it.
Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Please take a moment to share this live. Oh, sorry. As we do the same. She about to beat my back. Don't beat your back.
Ain't like it ain't something she never hated.
Hey.
Anywho.
Church I came from. Well, happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day.
Ladies, how has your week been so far?
My week went over by fast. It's Wednesday already.
Already.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. I got a lot done, though, because the first was yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was trying to pay April Fool's joke, but I was too busy and couldn't.
Yeah. I got you.
April Fool's. Do people still fall for April Fool's jokes, though? Because my mom kind of got me just a tad bit.
She did.
Yeah, she
I
did grow
think
up.
so.
Some
Grow up,
people
mother.
still do, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, some people do.
When they say something when you least expecting it, that's when they get you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like, back in the days, the jokes used to be like, oh, I'm pregnant, or just like, things you like, really? It's April Fool's Day. Like, I know that's an April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
I think I seen one on
tell,
Facebook.
like you playing around. But
Yeah.
you got some people who play too many dangerous April Fool's jokes and it don't be funny.
They take it too. Some people
I don't
take
really
it too
deal
far.
with pranks too well, so I don't try to prank people because it don't go well with me. So,
Yeah.
but and I
What
thought I
else?
was kind of like over the pranking thing because if I do pranks about it, I'm gonna go a little too far. So I just rather not. I just leave it alone.
I be on
forgot about it.
YouTube looking at them pranks, and them, when I tell you them pranks be paying dollars. Them families
Oh,
be
yeah,
husband, wives, baby mamas, and daddies be playing pranks on each other. You be like, oh, that's good. Have
they
me
make
good.
content
And they
for
make
that.
money for that.
But
Yeah.
sometimes they mess up the whole house. Like one couple, they make this white stuff come out the balloons. They mess
Oh,
up the
boy.
couch. They mess up the floor, the stairs.
Sometimes
they
you
be-
just go too far.
Yeah,
there.
they
Probably hire people to come in and get it right on up.
Somebody, because I ain't clean it up. Fool you.
Jokes on you.
Okay. You guys, so tonight we have the beautiful, I don't even,
Look at you.
I
The
don't
what,
even know.
Toya? The what?
She a lot.
I am.
Like, I have watched her go from being talked about.
In a good way, right?
Right?
No,
Okay.
I mean, when you get talked about, it's not in a good way. Because, and when you first started out, a lot of people tried to throw shade at you. They tried to...
They did. They ain't do it in my
They
face.
ain't do it to your face. You know they didn't do it to your face.
Off the way,
But
like.
you know, people try to throw a little shade, but over the years, just like when you walked into this studio, you immediately notice the elevation.
Absolutely.
The elevation that I have seen in you from the day that I met you. You started out working with this, I believe it was a Haitian guy.
Yep, Eric Paneer.
Yep,
At the
you
real estate
started out
company.
working with him
Mm-hmm.
at a not a law firm, at a
Real estate office,
real
yep.
estate office
Over on
down
Parker
in
Avenue.
like Lakeworth, somewhere like that.
Yep, in Belvedere.
And the elevation
Southern.
that she has made, it's been
About 12, 13 years.
yeah, it's been a long
Yeah.
time.
Well, I better not be in the same place.
You better not.
That was a long time ago.
A long time ago.
From me appearing on this show where you and DJ Manny just starting out in Mama's dining room.
Yeah,
Okay? So y'all got a whole studio got it in here laid out.
laid out.
I see you now.
UGTv.
UGTv, baby, tune in.
Asking you shall receive.
That's right. We got what you need.
Yes. So let's get right into you, Vaughn. How long have you been into the real estate game? Where do you even come from? Because your grind is at 1,000. Where you come from? Where you from?
I like to call myself a shark because I came from a pond. And it's like that pond that I came from was too small, so I had to come down here and kind of find my way. To answer your question, I'm from Illinois, Chicago Heights to be exact.
Okay.
And I moved here 25 years ago, about 2 months after I graduated from high school. Yeah, class of 2000, clock that.
Why?
Mhm.
Why Palm Beach?
Well, it's all about family. And my mom told me 2 weeks after I graduated high school that she was moving, and what she was moving to wasn't big enough for the both of us. So that was my boot out the nest. It was like fly, sink, or swim. So went to my pop's house and told him what was going on, and he was like, yeah, I'm sorry, but you can't come here.
Whoa.
So my sister was over there visiting at that time, and she was like, well, sis, you could come stay with me. So I moved in with my sister. I left Illinois, moved to Indiana, Michigan City,
Okay.
and we was over there kicking it, party hardying. And, you know, reconnected with my nieces, my nephews, and everything. And it was love. And then her mom, which is my father's first wife, lived in Florida, where my father originally was from.
Okay.
Yeah. She called sick and called sis and was like, sis, I need you to come down here and help take care of me. So sis like, hey, I gotta go to Florida to take care of my mom. Sis, you more than welcome to join us. Let's pack up.
Oh, so that's
Yeah,
how you got here.
that's how I got here.
Thank y'all for
Yep.
sending her right our way. 'Cause we sure appreciate them.
Yes, it was
Sure
definitely
do.
a blessing in disguise.
Sure do.
Yeah. Being in the city of Chicago, there's so many distractions. You know, it's easy to kick it in somebody's basement. It's easy for us all to go in on a gallon and drink, do all those things that keep us off our path and distracted, you know. So God had his way of saying, okay, Vaughn, let me lift you and remove you and put you in a place where you don't know nobody but your sister and your family them, and you ain't got no choice but to focus. Because I learned a long time ago, ain't nobody gonna do for you but you.
Right.
So if you want something, you gotta work hard for it.
Right.
So that's how I ended up here in Florida in August of 2000.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've been going ever since.
I've been going ever since. People also be wanting to know how I started in real estate, right? So my sister, who I moved here with, has ties here. She used to live here. She grew up here.
She's older than you?
My sister is way older, like 13 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And so her living here, she has best friends and people that she went to school with and grew up. I used to come down here when I was 11 and 12 years old and used to play in Stony Brook. I knew about Stony Brook back when I was 10 and 11 living in Chicago. You
Wow.
know? Yeah. My sister was like 27, 28 raising my nieces and nephews. She stayed on, as soon as you come in to the left, the building to the left downstairs, and the next time I came, she was up across the way living in the other apartment. So I knew all about Stony Brook when I was like 10 or 11, you know?
Okay.
So, her best friend's sister was a property manager of Watermark Apartments on Congress Avenue in West Palm Beach.
Okay.
She also was the manager of Caribbean Villas off of 45th and Haverhill.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so one of her employees had went out on a medical leave for 6 weeks, and I was new in town. Miss Della put me on and was like, Vaughn, do this application. I got a job for you. So I became a leasing consultant
Wow.
at Watermark Apartments. Yeah. And that was my first job that I really love the most in a way because I went from wearing uniforms at Burger King to dressing up like this every day, going into a nice office, walking to these nice apartments, tell them how nice the kitchen, the floor, the paint, the size of the bedrooms are so naturally, and then people coming in kind of, you know, discouraged in a way, thinking they may not get approved, and then me calling them saying, hey, congratulations, your application been approved, and hearing that excitement over the phone just did something to my heart. So fast forward, something happened to my car, and I couldn't get back and forth to work, so I couldn't be a leasing consultant no more. I had to go work somewhere else.
Oh, wow.
That was like en route to my sister's job, because I had to depend on her. And went off. 10 years go past, you know, I went to PBCC because I was chasing the money, and I was like, let me go to work and pay my college while I go to work. So I was paying like $300 to go to college while I worked during the day, trying to get my associate's degree in accounting, because I figured if you did accounting, you'll make the money, right? That's what I was thinking. So I registered with some staffing agencies that always placed me in corporate positions. I worked at the corporate office of Home Depot, down in Office Depot, down in Delray. Still got some good friends that I met from working there. Tire Kingdom up there in Juneau, stuff like that. But every one of those jobs, they paid pretty good, but they were in cubicles. They was in boxes. They ain't had no windows in there. It was like, I don't think this for me. My personality too big to be cooped up in this cubicle all day, counting some figures about some money that came in for a company that ain't even mine.
Right.
You know what I mean? So my drive kind of just was always fueled to want better, do better. Every time I moved, it was to a place better than my last. You know, I was still calling my mama, asking her for money. She'll look out for me. We'll loan each other money, stuff like that, you know, to get through the day and stuff like that. And fast forward, 10, 15 years go by. I say, you know what, God, I got a bigger purpose. I am not here on this earth to just go to work, to pay my bills, go to Rainbow, buy me an outfit, to go to work the next week, have $200 left over till the next check come. Like, that's everybody's life.
The paycheck, the paycheck.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, this can't be what it is. So I started talking to God. When I don't know what to do, I have to talk to God, because he's the only one that can give me that clarity and that calmness I need, because I don't want to crash out, you know?
Right.
So he said, start thinking about the things that you like to do. What makes you happy? And I was like, I don't know, you know, a lot of things, you know. He said, okay, well, you like making people happy. You like helping people. I said, yeah, I do, you know. And I'm like, well, I ain't working in nobody's hospital. I can't deal with that type of help. Like, no, that part ain't for me. I said, well, think about the jobs that you had the most enjoyment going to. So my favorite job was actually working in Inglewood in Chicago at Burger King.
Really?
Yes. They literally, while they were building the brand new Burger King from the ground up, they shipped us to the west side of Chicago and trained us at another location. And yes, and when the Burger King was finished, we had a brand new Burger King ready to go. So everybody worked there we went to school with, and everybody came and ate there we went to school with. So it was a party to get paid. Yeah, so it was a spot. But at the time I was having that conversation with God, I ain't have Burger King bills. So Burger King was out of the question. So yeah, I started Googling leasing consulting, and realtor started popping up. I'm like, realtor? Kind of I knew what it was, but I didn't really know. Man, I am 29 years old and don't really know what a realtor is. And I ain't ashamed to say it. You know, I'm thinking, I know people have some place to live and you have the place to work, but you got to go to college a long time, or you got to be old and white to do real estate. Like, how you get something like this? This is almost impossible, as I'm thinking. So realtors definition popped up, and the salary that can be made. And I was like, oh, okay, you don't have to go to college for a long time to become a realtor. You could go to this trade school and pay however much it is, and take these classes, and that's it. So I said, you know what, I'm going to gamble on me. I'ma try and make it. I can live with that versus not trying at all and not knowing if I'm gonna make it.
That is very true.
Okay, so I stepped out on faith and started at Gold Coast School of Real Estate on Lantana and Congress, I think. And Monday, Wednesday, Fridays from 6:30 to 9:30, I go to school and went to work during that day. And it was cool. And while I was going to school though, my boyfriend at the time was holding my truck. So he'll either drop me off or pick me up, or sometime I leave him at home. And I found out while I was in school, he was cheating on me. He had the next chick in my car while I was trying to go to school to get my real estate license. Yes. You talk about a distraction.
That was a big one.
Yeah. So what I ended up doing was getting rid of his behind.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna fuss with me talking about I can't get that food stamp card and you living up in my house and ain't paying no bills. Talking about that's for your mama. Well, go live with your mama then.
Right.
So that's just the realness.
I thought you wouldn't want to play around when you look like you
Oh,
messing around.
yeah, no ma'am.
He tried it.
He tried it, girl. First time on me, second time on you, or something like that. It ain't gonna be a third.
Yeah. It was good you found out.
Yeah, found out.
Yeah.
Yep. Fucked around and found out.
Yeah.
And the
It
follow
was meant
up.
to be though.
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
It was meant to be. And so that there I have it. I went to school and the classes was easy, but the testing was kind of difficult.
Okay.
I would say anybody that's interested in becoming a realtor, like I say, the class part is easy. It's the state exam that can try to get complicated. They actually just ask simple, what's the word for common sense type of questions, and they may omit a word to try to trip you up, but you just kind of got to pay attention to those little details.
That's like those trick questions.
Yeah.
Is it like multiple choice they doing, like the multiple choice questions?
It's multiple choice, like A, B, C, and D. Yeah, and they, which one is true, which one is false. They may have 3 right ones and 1 wrong, or vice versa. So the key to taking the test, if you have an interest in becoming a realtor, is to go to the testing site early in the morning before you do anything else.
Okay.
Like no distractions of the day. And secondly, any questions that you come across that you don't know the answer to, don't try to figure it out. Just mark it for review and continue on to the next. By the time you get through the questions that you confidently have answered, you probably still got a whole nother hour and a half left on the clock to go back to the ones that you reviewed.
Right.
So those 2 things worked for me after taking the state test 3, almost 4 times. Yeah.
You did what you had to do, but you was determined. You was focused. So
I was
you did
determined.
it.
I was focused, and I did it. So everybody can do it too.
I heard they say they had to take it more than once, so it got to be.
Yeah.
How long is the
It
test?
is.
2 hours?
Well, I believe it's 3 hours and it's
Jeez.
100 questions. So 3
they ask
hours
you
is
something real. You gotta really pay attention.
you do. I mean, you just gotta know. Common sense to me is what kind of got me through. Me trying to take the test at 4:00 in the evening had me with previous day distractions. I didn't pass
I
that
see.
day.
I see what you're saying.
You know, I'm trying to take the test
Yeah,
and
be
get
early in the
all the
morning,
answers
fresh.
right the first time to get through the first 3 hours. I didn't pass that test. So I had to use process of elimination to see, okay, what I need to change up to pass this test. Let me get there first thing in the morning. Let me mark the ones I don't know and come back to them, and boom, it worked. You know, like that. So that was back in 2011 of when I was taking my test. But I'm going to tell you how God started to prepare you. Okay? In September of, now I'm going to go back. I started taking my real estate classes probably like in May or June, around this time in 2011, right?
Okay.
And working for the bank in the mortgage department. We were doing collections on mortgage for people that was delinquent in their mortgage payments. It was 4 of us sitting in the cuticle. I hated it.
4?
4! Like,
There's no personal space at all.
in one large cubicle. You got somebody sitting in that corner, Battery. Hey, Val, you probably gonna see this because we Facebook friends. The other guy in this corner, and whoever was over here, and then I was in this corner. It was just my
That
back
sounds
turned to
chaotic.
people like,
Yeah.
I didn't like
somebody
it.
right over there. You see
Right
it?
there.
Yeah.
Right there. Right there. So I knew that was only gonna last so long. But that job, that was something else. They had it out for me in that job, and that's what kind of pushed me to go out on faith too. Because I actually got that job from a good friend, Mr. Thomas McCarthy. I was his personal assistant. He was a managing director of like that big real estate, like the off market, the real estate that you don't see out here on Zillow, Realtor.com.
Oh, it's for like the mansions and stuff.
Yeah, celebrities buying and selling houses like on a, I ain't gonna say a black market, but like an off market, like only they know that it's going on. It ain't public. I was his assistant. Oh, the money, honey. When them checks used to roll around, I mean, he talking about 6 figures. Them checks from him, but I was still broke. I was making $15 an hour working for this man.
Wow.
And every Friday, I'm in his office crying, talking about how this still ain't enough to pay my bills. And he's so soft. He be in there crying with me. Yeah. Him and his wife, Karen, they been on loan me some money until I get paid the following week. I always made sure I paid them back. Like, the struggle was real.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So, one day, friend Tom was like, friend, I'm going to help you. I'm going to make some phone calls from you. I got something better for you, because he seen the potential in me, you know? And so I never forget that call. He picked up the phone. He called Dan Downing at the bank that I ended up working for. Was like, buddy, you got any positions down there? And Dan was like, no, buddy, not for you, big guy. Because my guy was the big guy. Yeah, he called the other big guy. So big guy said, he ain't got no other big guy positions. Not for you, buddy. For you. Yeah. But he said, oh, no. This for my good friend Siobhan. She's been working for us for a few months now. She's a great employee. Was wondering if you got something over there for her. And he was like, you know what? We are hiring for a mortgage collection position. You know, send her on down. So I went from making $15 an hour to $19 an hour in just one phone call. Wow. And they put me right outside his door. So these people, the other big guy that he called. Now the big guy had a manager, which was Doug, but I was like right there. Wow. So they like, oh, where this come from? Yeah, sitting right here. So they had it out for me, baby. So it didn't last too long, but so it pushed me to say that I wanted better. And guess what? That cubicle had a window, and it still wasn't good enough. Still wasn't good enough.
So, Vaughn, how do you feel like your upbringing and your drive and your motivation is important in the person that you have become today?
My upbringing and me becoming who I am today, I would say Illinois birthed me, but Florida raised me. Okay. Yeah, I raised myself when it came to being an adult and having to make my own decisions.
Gotcha.
So prior to me becoming an adult, I grew up in a household where my parents was old. Like, my mama was, back then, she was 33 when I was born, and my dad was 43 when I was born. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I was like the only child in the house, even though he had multiple kids outside the marriage, before the marriage, after the marriage, during the marriage. So I was on the whole Ramos show about that, yeah. And then my mom, she just knew to go to work, pay the bills. She didn't teach me how to do my hair, but she'll take me to the hair salon.
Oh, okay.
She didn't teach me how to cook, but we was always going out to dinner.
Right. So either way it goes, you got something.
I got something. Yeah. I got something, and that's the grown-up conversation me and my mom just had a few weeks ago when I was at her house. Like, you know, what are the things that you taught me and instilled? And she had to make me understand that even though I wanted that motherly this, or wanted to be taught how to do this, or have what I see on TV or whatever, my mom just didn't have it to give, but she had to show me that this was my way of giving, right? You know, even though I didn't show you. So I said, okay, that's just like me not knowing how to fix my car. I'm going to pay a mechanic. Right. As long as it get done. Yeah. Right.
It's still going to be, it's not the same treatment, but it's still going to, it's going to satisfy that need.
That need, exactly. So as a 43-year-old woman today, I can understand that. But if I would have had that question answered years ago, I'd be mad.
Oh, I see.
You know? Right. Like, no, there ain't no excuse. You should have still did that. Yeah, but that's just
has different outcomes.
Me.
But you probably not do that like my mama, so we had to go.
Well, at least she was able to afford it for you to go to a salon. Right.
That's true. That's true. And that's where that upbringing come from, of hard work too. I always see my parents go to work, you know, come home, that's it. You know, we never went without. Nope. Didn't have company.
No.
No, not even decorating. I don't know where I come from because
I was gonna say you decorate.
I
like
love decorating. I love having parties.
That's why.
That would say
That's
so.
why.
That
Some
could
people
be a
live their
very big
adulthood
reason.
through their childhood, and they bring it up. So when they didn't have, they'll bring it to their adulthood and they enjoy it.
That's true.
And
that's me all day because I feel like a big kid half the time. I only feel grown when it's time to pay bills.
And nobody wants to adult. Okay.
No, ma'am.
Nobody. We hate adulting.
But that's good though. You're supposed to fulfill what you missed.
Yeah.
So that's good. You don't have any
So
children,
I'm
do
living
you?
my life. Nope, I got a goddaughter.
Okay.
Nakia, my little chocolate drop.
How old is she?
She's 23.
Oh, she grown.
Yeah, she grown. She a
some
boy
babies for
mom. Yeah, huh?
I got some babies for you.
Oh, okay.
She don't want no babies.
I don't want no
She don't want
babies.
no babies.
I like my freedom. I like picking them up, bounce them on my lap. Okay, what time y'all come to pick them
Oh,
up?
yeah. So she ain't doing no.
I got
Picture.
She's renting. She's renting.
Send them back. Send them back.
Right? Yeah.
I got a question. So as far as for like, since you're into real estate, right? You know other people that's in real estate. Is it some type of competition going on? Some people have it. You may not know about it, but I know it's in there.
You know, I don't know. To be honest with you, when I see people that do real estate, we always have funny, happy interactions. You know, what's up, boss lady? What's up, boss man? You know, what's going on? I ain't never really seen no beef.
Okay.
Now, Toya said there was some shade when I first got started, so it may be some beef that I don't know about it. So speak now, forever hold your peace.
That's first started.
I remember when they had
they
the
didn't,
when
they
they
didn't put
throw
themselves
it.
to that point.
Yeah.
To do it. Just like a job. You put in the application to get that promotion. Your friends and
She's trying to
coworkers
figure it
that
out,
you
like,
was with, they mad.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just that. You went ahead and did what you had to do.
And still do.
And that is.
And did and go.
So I was asking because of what that was. They had like it was all the real estate. They was young too. They was like same age. You're young too. They I think it was L.A. They had a show. And then
I would love to have a
they used to kind of like
show.
get into it a little bit. You know, they used to get into it a little bit, but it was all about them making their money, their job, their sales.
Right.
Some might make more than the others, or some already been out there, and it's kind of like that's why I'm like in any job is gonna be somebody hating someone in the background.
Absolutely.
And this right here is big money on the line when it comes to these houses, baby.
And see
selling.
that's the thing. It's so much money for everybody.
Right.
They
no
don't care
one
about
has
that.
to compare or try to be better than the next. You target your target people. The best way I can say this is you don't choose your clients choose you.
Right.
Right.
Okay, let's start there. And secondly, people will listen to you if they like you,
Right.
but they'll do business with you if they trust you.
That is
Right.
very true.
So, you know, shit, don't knock me because I'm a trustworthy source, you know, if that's the case. But I would love to have a Palm Beach show, you know, because we do everything. Like, I have realtors that was once under my brokerage
Okay.
that left and went to other places where I guess they felt more comfortable.
Okay.
I put a listing out there on the market. They still calling, Vine, what's the lockbox code? Let me get inside that. We still doing business. I'm
Right.
not even mad that you left.
Right.
You know, but you see I got that sauce.
Yeah.
Always had
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Always had it.
So,
And it's a blessing that you still have that. You need people that I can still, hey, I don't want to make it. It might be little, it might be, I don't want to make it. Go ahead and get that right there. So I'm going to send it to my friend.
that part.
Don't bring the beef around me. Let's just go ahead and make this money.
Make
And we
this
just
money.
Keep going ahead and doing them transactions. Just keep.
That's it. That's it.
That's all.
So,
God just
and I
gonna
don't
continue
mind
blessing
at
you with
all.
those ones. You don't need them
Yeah.
messy people around you.
At all.
So speaking of being trustworthy,
Am I
and
live? Because I don't see it on my screen.
You don't mind.
speaking of being
Probably.
trustworthy, the relationships that you have built over the years, how do you pride yourself on your repeat customers and your referrals and things of that nature?
Well, I appreciate and honor and value these long-term relationships. Like with you, Toya, I'm sitting on your show right now. You know what I mean? We probably did one deal or two, but we've always stayed in contact. We genuinely keep in contact with each other, and we uplift and monitor each other.
It's like 4.
About
It
for
has
what?
to be like 4.
For what? Years? No.
You said business deals. It's
it's been about 4.
It's been about 4. It's had to be like 4.
I lose count.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you are a household name.
Yeah.
Like,
I love your mama now.
people don't just use you and don't refer you.
Right.
Like, people send, and even when I see people on Facebook,
appreciate
they're
that.
looking for a realtor, I tag Siobhan. Because I know whatever you ask for, she is going to damn near get you on the head what you're looking for.
Asking you shall receive
Amenities,
is real.
whatever. I'm a living witness. So, let's give the viewers, you guys, thank you for tuning in. Please share the live. Share the live, because here's the jewels coming. Talk to the people. What is the difference versus renting, owning?
The difference?
The difference.
Well, there's many differences. But I would say this, the advantages of being a renter, you ain't got to fix nothing. How about that?
Right. Sorry.
Some
You
go
must
out.
say advantages.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I give you the advantages. You know, that good AC stop blowing, that plumbing done backed up.
Ooh.
You ain't even got to worry about it. You just go call the front office.
Yep.
Or call the landlord.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's a good advantage of being a realtor. I miss those days, you know, in a way. But the disadvantage of being a realtor versus the realtor, it's a lot of advantages.
Renter.
Of renters, that's the R's, is basically every payment that you make towards a mortgage, it's like you paying yourself back. Being a renter, that money gone.
Yeah.
You know? That's a big difference right there.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Years
So-
and years, yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of the biggest differences. Being a homeowner, you get a lot of benefits and stuff like that, but I understand that it's not easy for everybody to purchase, you know, but there are programs out here that will help people with low to moderate income afford to buy a home. You know, they just have to do the work and save the money, work on their credit, and then the programs is there for them when they're ready.
Right.
You know, other than that, there's a lot of differences between renters, and I got to pull out my notes.
And she does have notes. Okay.
Yes.
So, you said credit.
Mm-hmm.
Credit is something that what are we?
Don't start that mess. Don't start that mess.
What?
This is not something that
was never taught about,
our
though, like that. We was never
community
taught about
or our race takes serious. A lot of people will mess up their children's credit before their child even have a time to understand what credit is.
I heard that, and I was hoping that rumor wasn't true, but I think
It's
it
very
is.
true.
They
It
be having
is.
light bills in their name.
Yeah, I don't know how they used to do that, though.
I
That's
don't know
crazy.
how. I don't know. It used to get done,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't
Even the
see
cable.
it.
They used to put the
I don't
cable in
see it
kids'
too
names.
much now.
Yeah.
My mom never
But
did us
it
like that,
has
thank
to be done.
God.
That's how them kids ain't letting them now.
Yeah, now it's probably a little bit more
Kids not
tougher.
allowing them.
But how do we correct credit if you have jacked up credit? Like, if you have bad credit, is that over for you? Can you never own a home?
No, I would say nothing is ever irreversible. You know, credit is just a reflection of your spending history. So if you have a delinquent spending history, like a repossession of a car, those are the hardest to get rid of because the dollar amounts are so large.
Oh, okay.
So the lender will look at that large dollar amount as outstanding. It may require you to make a payment on that or pay it off in order to give you that loan. That can stop you from qualifying for a loan mortgage, something like that. But as far as increasing your credit, making it better, you know, you just try to utilize a certain percentage. So if the credit card is, we'll say $1,000, you don't want to use no more than $300 at a time. If the credit card is $500, you don't want to use more than $150 at a time.
So don't max
And then
it out.
pay it off. Don't max it out.
Oh, okay.
You use your $150, pay it off, do it all over again. Now you're slowly building your credit. Yeah. So yeah, no, credit can be, you know, reversible. They say after 7 years, certain things are supposed to drop off your credit. So, and then I know they got these credit whizzes out here that'll make some stuff disappear for just enough to get what you want, then it pop back on. So
Oh, really? That's how it goes?
credit people
Because
out here.
I've heard it was like, if people can fix your credit, I'm like, my credit, first of all, ain't that bad.
Right.
So
do it
I
really
don't
need
think
to
I
be
want to be
fixed?
giving my social out like that anyways. For me,
Yeah.
I
You
don't.
need to build your credit.
What is bad credit? What is
Yeah, I
bad
have to
credit?
build
What is
mine
bad
up
credit
more.
score?
Right.
A 3, ain't it?
Well,
But
and
damn.
That's bad. That is bad, ain't it?
that's horrible.
That's
She
horrible.
said bad. Yeah, that's
I
bad.
gave an example of
I
bad.
ain't never heard no
Anything
3.
She said
under
3.
520
said-
or something like.
She said what's
20
bad
or
credit? I
so.
said 3. That's bad credit.
That's horrible.
People that do bad
With a
credit, I never
capital
heard them
S.
say no 3.
She
Only
asked
on
the question,
TV.
and I answered. I think of the lowest. I'm like, well, let me hit for the lowest. That would be the lowest. So yeah, that's bad.
Definitely.
You went low.
You said what's bad credit. So when I gave you bad credit, that's bad credit.
That's the bad credit.
Can they go to Badcock and get something? They probably get a one chill, huh?
They say bad.
A repo side.
Bad car saying,
Oh, they do got a sign, but they take. Oh, they surely do.
Mm-hmm. That's why they almost went bankrupt, but they back.
Badcock.
Yeah.
Oh, they back?
They said they was going out of business, and then all of a sudden they did not close. So
They was probably lying to get people to come and make
But I
sell their
ain't seen
stuff.
that
They do that all
lately.
the
Where they
time.
at? Hiding?
You know what's wrong right there on
They still over there. I got a
Cherry
bed from. They still over there.
And
They
Right
still
right
over
here in
there.
Lake Park.
Yeah, they ain't went nowhere. They been there all these
Yeah.
years.
They said as long as you got a job, baby, you get that good credit.
Yeah, I think now that they all want money, so they don't really care.
Mm-hmm. They don't want that them couches to get snatched.
So I got a question. I love your earrings. What's
you.
behind these earrings?
The key to your house.
These the keys to the city.
I love the earrings though. I never seen
Thank
those
you.
before.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the earrings.
I think it was fitting to go with my bling. You can't wear this bling with everything. So I said, let me go ahead and go to Temu real quick.
Okay.
It looks good
Give
on
me
you.
some matching. Thank you.
You open the doors up to
Yeah.
the houses. All
That's
right. Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Yes.
That's what I do, baby.
Got chicky. What they say yes to the house.
Yes. Say yes to address. Oh, look at me holding my 2 books.
Talk to us, Miss Author, because you did not mention to us that you're an author.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not like one of those type of authors, but I'm an author.
Not
Yes,
yet.
ma'am.
Yeah.
We don't
So-
care how big or how little. Take all
You
our
are one.
titles, Thank you.
You are one.
Yes, yes.
Talk about these books, babe.
Well, the complete, what it say? The complete guide to buying a home is basically for those that are more readers than, you know, I don't know, sitting in classrooms types, you know, pick up and read and learn. And it just has the things about the credit, you know, what the banks is looking for.
Okay.
Some little cheat sheets on what to do to fix your credit and,
Okay.
you know, things like that, how to save and budget and plan.
So you help educating the people.
I help educate the people, baby. Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
So the other book in my hand is How to Deal with Real Estate After the Divorce.
Ooh.
Yeah, how you get rid of this house and you tied to it with somebody.
That's a big one.
That's a big one. Because most of the time people want to keep it, especially if they raise their family in it or something like that. So who wants to get rid of an asset like that?
Right.
So the book kind of walk you through your different options.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now that's a good. You,
Yeah.
yeah.
you
I want to
did
high
that.
five you, but you're too far. Even though I ain't been married yet, but I'm just saying that helps the people out. You
That's
know,
right.
in the future, you know, I might need you.
I got you, boo. I'm ready.
We're not
But
even
that's
gonna talk
good,
negative
though.
in the future.
I'm just saying
We're
though.
not
You know,
even
it's
gonna put that
always.
in the atmosphere.
I'm not trying to put out there, but you know, things happen in the world. You know, that's
Things
life.
do happen.
But that's a beautiful thing, though. You know, you help educate, and then you also on the other side. You know, you got the single people, or
Yeah.
together, whatever you want to call it. But you got the people that's divorced.
Exactly.
They go through a lot with being divorced, don't they?
I mean, it depends on the person. They could get messy.
Ooh.
So, you know, if you got an understanding person or a person that say, hey, I know I didn't have this when I came into a relationship, but we end up getting married, I'm going to go ahead and let you keep that.
Okay.
You know, that's easier. But then you got people coming there like, I ain't put a penny to her, but since we married, I want half of it because I'm mad we getting a divorce.
Yeah, that's the.
You know what I mean? Now they making it get messy. So it just depends. Me, I tell them quick, listen, you better lock them out the door. And when the police come, they gonna tell you this is a civil matter. Now he got
Oh,
to
it
get back
is.
in
Yeah.
the house.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it is. They do tell you that.
Yeah.
They do tell you the civil matter. Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Yes,
can't
they
even get back in. I mean, if you scared you'll get your head bust, you may want to, but
Yeah, you might
I
want
ain't
to.
laughing about domestic violence, but at the same time, it's like you can do that too. It's a civil matter.
They do ask the people, like, as far as, do you live here? They say they live here. They be like, well, we can't technically put you out or give you a
Right.
trespassing unless you do something like a violent act or something like that, or just getting irate. And they tell you to go cool off for a couple hours or something. But
Right, but if you have went through a full divorce and we are no longer married, you should not still be in the house with me. But there are times when the people will still be in the house divorced because they haven't decided on what they wanted to do.
wow.
One say they're
Yeah.
not gonna leave because they want that money, and then but there's a legal divorce on the table. So it's very important that when you go through your divorce, that you have certain terms in writing in agreement as part of the agreement. So you can say, okay, we get a divorce, but you have to move out of the house until we decide what we're gonna do with it. You know, or in addition to, I'm gonna give you 30%, I'm gonna keep you I'm gonna keep 70% because I got the kids. You know, put your stipulations in writing so there is no confusion later. But if you just go to a rinky-dink attorney and there's assets involved, you can kind of get caught up in the law, and that person may not even have to leave sometimes.
Wow.
Just because you didn't state it properly in a divorce. But if they leave, if they get put out and you change the locks before they come back, then it turns into a civil matter. But I don't want to teach y'all that part.
Well, I ain't married yet, so I ain't got to learn about that. So,
Yeah,
but that's good information, though.
That's a
But
lot.
you got people who are married that need that information.
Yes, yes. And that's one thing I do. I try to help everybody. Those that have already purchased homes, those that are already in homes, and those that are trying to get in homes.
Okay.
And I also help those that's the state encouraged, that they're the ones that don't think that they can get homes.
Right.
So you
Yeah.
offer consulting,
Yeah. I do. One-on-one consultation. Yep.
and how would they book a consultation with you?
They can just hop in my DMs.
Uh-oh.
And say, hey, I would like to know the process of purchasing my home, or becoming a first-time home buyer, and I walk them through the process. Yeah, we have our team in place.
Yes.
One Saturday out of every month, I volunteer my time at home buyer classes.
That's
Yes,
good. That's a
talk
beautiful
about it.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so we go through the whole
Okay,
syllabus.
so you do them too. So I think I'm just coming to you because I got
Yeah.
one coming. It's every third Saturday, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
I know
every
one
third
group is
Saturday.
every third Saturday that I'm supposed to go to.
What is the company name?
Girl, don't you make me do that. I got
Oh,
I got
I'm
stuff broken
glad you're
down.
taking that. Go ahead and take that class. It don't matter who class you take, as long as you take something away from it, you know. But come to me when you finish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on to an Angel when you finish.
Yeah.
You heard what the lady said.
But she already know. I already done told her I need her help.
You coming.
She already know. I need her help.
Okay. So yeah, I donate my time to help educate people on the home buying process. Taking those classes don't necessarily mean that you ready. Taking those classes will let you know if you're ready, and it'll point out if work needs to be done.
Right.
You know, and they'll let you know if you are ready. You know, and then you just take it from there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, and not all home buyer classes are created equal. Sometimes you have people have home buyer classes like on social media platforms, just sharing knowledge. You want to go to an accredited class
Yeah.
where you're going to
Oh,
get
got
that
you,
8-hour
yeah.
certificate when
Right.
you finish,
Got
because
you.
that's certified by HUD, and you can get that free money, those grants, those down payment
that's what
assistance
this was,
with
about
that
the
8
grants and
hours.
stuff.
Yes.
Young lady called me. Okay.
Yeah. So you sound like you enrolled in the right one.
Yeah, it was the
Y'all
grants
better
and
catch
stuff. I'm like,
these
okay,
nuggets.
okay,
Yes,
let
yes,
me see.
yes.
And so I'm like, I don't need no class. I just want to get my house. And she was like, no,
It's
It's
come
the
to my
gateway.
class.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that's
you
the
can get some
gateway.
little money.
That's right. That's right. She told you right. Yeah, they say I ain't gonna give you no money that you know about this home buying process. You go to this class and learn, then we got some dollars for you over here. Yeah. Speaking of dollars, Palm Beach County SHIP program has $100,000 coming soon, May 5th at 12 o'clock. They're gonna be taking applications through the portal. But you have to be prepared. It ain't like you just do it that day. You got to go to one of my partners in the community that help you gather all your paperwork. Either them or I will connect you with a lender that gets you loan approved, because in order for you to get that free money, you got to be loan approved first. So they say if you get approved for a loan, your stuff good enough, then we'll get you this money. Not only they'll do that, they'll have you put all your paperwork on a USB drive. So when May 5th at 12 o'clock come, you logged in your computer, waiting on that portal to open. All you got to do is click upload, because it's only 100 applications that they're giving out.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
And they gonna fill up quick.
Oh, so it's gonna go fast.
Yeah.
It's gonna go really fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so before we move on to some good old chit chat, if someone
That
wants
wine
to
got you hot.
purchase a
It
home,
is. I need a fan or something.
I got you. Wait a minute. Give me a
if
second.
somebody wants to purchase a home, how much would you say they would need to have in a kitty or in their shoebox? I know they don't like the shoebox, but how much money would one need to have set aside if they want to say, I'm going to purchase a home?
At least 3.5% to 5% of the purchase price.
Okay.
Okay.
So, depending on where you're purchasing at, say for instance it's right here in Florida and you're looking for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, single-family house built from the ground up, $470 right here in Riviera Beach. Right now, we got one. Okay, we got one. In that case, you would. How can I say this? Okay. Wait, we gotta re-answer that question one more time.
Toya?
No, I was saying, if somebody say, okay, I want to purchase a home, how much money would you say they would need to have set aside to do so?
Got it. So I would like to pull up my calculator and say that, okay, if the purchase price is $470,000, then you're going to need at least 3.5% of that as your down payment of that dollar amount. That's just the down payment, because the lender that's giving you the mortgage, they're not giving you 100% of the 470.
Right.
They only gonna give you 97.5% of that, and you got to bring in that 3.5 yourself.
Okay.
So that's the absolute must and
Minimum.
guarantee minimum. Yes. Now the second part is your closing costs.
I was gonna say that. Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
you got to pay that. You're not gonna be able to do nothing.
At all. And that's where the myth comes in, that when they say, oh, you need about 20, 30,000 to buy a house. That's because you got that closing cost sitting over here that could easily be a whole nother 3.5%. So now you're looking at a total of 7% of 470,000 that you got to be ready for.
Yeah.
You know? So the beauty of that is the lender is not going to give you a loan larger than your numbers can handle.
Got it.
Right?
Right.
So they're going to look at your debt. They're going to look to your income. They're going to compare the two numbers and say, okay, based on your debt to income ratio, you qualify for this amount. So from that amount is when you start saving to say, okay, I'm going to need at least 5% of that, meet them in the middle between 5 and 7%.
They're only going to finance you this much.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so that other 2% that's left out there, or even that 3%, which is your closing costs, that can come from down payment assistance programs.
Oh.
Like the HUD.
Yes, like the
Okay,
SHIP
and the
and
SHIP program.
Shanoa Fund and things like that.
Okay.
So that's where it takes off the ease of you not having to have so much money because you may qualify. Now, I would say don't 100% assume that you go qualify for those either, though, because they do have their own qualifications as well. You got to meet certain debt to income ratios with them too. You have to have a certain credit score to get that free money too. And some of them you have to pay back, some of them you don't. So you got to know which ones you're going to use. So like the 100,000 from Palm Beach County, for an example, that's free money. It's yours as long as you stay in that house. As long as you don't move, rent it out, or sell it, they don't even want it back.
Gotcha. Okay. So that's how they stick you in the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. And so they give you 100,000 because that money is for those that need the help. It ain't for me to give to you and you do an investment or sell it or rent it. No, this is your one and only opportunity to buy a home. We gonna give you this money to help you get it, like that.
Makes sense.
Yep. And then you have other programs like the City of Riviera Beach. They have an additional 50,000. Now, not only do City of Riviera Beach have funds, Boynton Beach has funds, Boca have funds, Delray has funds, Pompano Beach has funds, and I think Wellington may even have some funds. Okay, and city of West Palm Beach never have funds.
As big as the city of West Palm Beach is?
They ain't got that type of money. I don't know where
How?
to go. They too busy building high rises or something with it.
They spending
I
their
don't
money
know.
elsewhere. That's why they have the money, but they're not putting it towards.
They are not allocating it to the
Not to
public.
Wow.
Yeah. So back to Riviera Beach. So Riviera Beach is the only city out of the ones that I just named that is willing to go into third lien position behind SHIP. So what that means is not only if you qualify for that 100,000, you can stack that 50 on top.
Oh wow.
So now that $470,000 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house that just got built down the street,
I see you. I see
you
the
can
brand new house I've
afford
seen.
that.
It's nice though.
But you only approved for $350.
Yeah.
But you about to buy this house for the $470 because you got that $150. That's how we work that.
Gotta know how to work them numbers.
Yeah.
Yes. They building brand new houses from the ground up.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, this is a nice house, but I'm like, ain't nobody got it yet.
Mhm.
They come.
It's the price of it that makes it stay on the market for a long time.
I'm sure
It's
it's a
not for
brand new
everybody.
house. Nobody been in it yet.
Yep, just sitting there.
Then they got some ones, so you get people that they'll move right into some of them.
Yeah, yeah. You definitely got to be able to afford it. And you know, that's just like basic economy, supply and demand.
Right.
You know, you supply something, and if it's affordable, they go eat it up. And if it's not, it's gonna sit, or you gotta lower your price. The economy always wins.
Yep. Yep.
So,
Nuggets. So you guys, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to share this live. We are gonna take a quick commercial break and zoom through some Chick Chat. Because y'all already know we love Chick Chat. Uh-oh, where's our commercial?
I got hot, then I cooled down. I just had a whole hot flash.
That's that wine. Wine do me the same way. You go through, I don't know what it does to the body, but it do something.
Do something.
Make you a little
It give you a little hot flashes for a second, then you come back too.
Okay. Normally
And you
I
still
like
keep
it with
sipping
some Tito's. I know. Where them Tito's at? All them bottles. Where the Tito's at? They got them
We'll
good
be
hits
right
on
back.
me.
It's Chick Chat.
Yeah, we back with another one. Miss Toya, Chrissy, Angel.
This is Wednesday night, and our vibes are high. This is ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night.
Oh, this is Chick Chat night. We're gonna vibe all night. Oh, this is Chick Chat night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Chick Chat night. Chick Chat night. Chick Chat night.
So what y'all thought? We were over with? Nah, we back. Like we never left. Okay, so ladies, if you're rocking with us, go on and put your hands up and let me see y'all. And fellas, don't forget to tell a friend. The chicks are back. Woo!
All right, everybody, don't forget every Monday at 8 p.m. to tune in to the Voice of the Streets with DJ Manny, BJ, and Sahar. And don't forget every Tuesday at 8 p.m. catch Game Over Combo hosted by Mika Wasted and Sahar. And y'all already know every Wednesday the chicks are back. And next week we have Pit Lyrica. She will be joining us, sharing her story about domestic violence and the tragic situation that she just went through and dropping her new song. And on Thursday nights, y'all already know the Big Man Cave with D. Lee, AK, and LP.
How? You know the song? What?
All right, you guys. I know y'all seen the news. Miss Yolanda Saldivar.
She ruined it for Selena.
I think she is like the most hated person in all America.
Especially the essays.
That face looks familiar. Who
The
is
Mexicans, all
This
that.
is the lady who killed Selena.
Yeah.
LSDinos.
that? Okay. She done got old.
Yeah.
Yeah. She killed her over what, 25 years ago, right? About 25
It's
or
been
over
a
25
long-
years
Longer
ago.
than that.
She died
Oh, my
95 or
God.
somewhere, right?
A long time.
Yeah.
Nobody likes Miss Yolanda. She, I mean, across every.
That jealousy friendship, that's
Nationality.
what she had with that lady, and it was just sad that you took her life for pretty much nothing.
For nothing. She was straight. Like, yeah.
But the lady had her own ill will because she was taking money.
Yeah.
In the movie, she was taking money from them, and then Selena went to go meet with her. Her and her daddy already had a meeting with her and asked her where the funds went, where the money went. They already had a meeting with her. She told Selena that they needed to talk or whatever, however it went, and Selena went to go talk to her at a hotel. And she ended up popping her. She hit her in the stomach. She hit Selena in the stomach. Yeah, she hit her in the stomach.
She killed her to cover up some stuff. She thought some stuff
Yeah,
was
because she
like,
knew
come
that
out.
she was spending the money, and Selena was still forgiving and loving. The daddy didn't even play. Their daddy did
Yeah.
not play.
Yeah. He.
That man did not play.
He
And
wanted to
she
smoke.
went anyways to go meet her. She probably would have still been alive if she didn't want to go meet her.
by herself.
Yep,
She
she
should have
would've
went by
gone meet her.
herself.
Yeah.
Set up. She should have known that parole was gonna get denied.
Yeah.
You done
But
set
they
that
looking
girl
out for her
up.
safety too at the same time too, because you're gonna have people probably waiting for you when you get out of there.
Yeah, she probably said
Them people
in
is
there.
Oh, them
upset.
essays.
Years they've been celebrating this lady's
They
death.
gonna do the bitty bitty bum bum on her. That
Everybody
is.
else
Yeah.
Selena.
So the judge looking at, if we let you out, you can pretty much she can get out. She did her time, but they know
Oh,
they gonna
really?
crucify you, lady.
They only gave her 25 years?
This happened a long time ago. Remember though, this happened
But
a long time ago.
what sentence did they give her?
Right.
I forgot, but she had.
said.
Let me see. She had a nice time. 'Cause look how old she is now.
But they never really said a sentence. I never seen
She
a
did. Let
sentence.
me see if I can Google it real quick.
I
She
don't
did
know,
get some
but
time though. I
Yolanda
think she
maybe-
got like over 20 years.
Yolanda.
Probably gave her
She's
behind
still
life.
No, sweetie.
Parole
What?
denied, telling me she's still in there.
Yeah, they probably gave her till
No,
life.
ma'am.
Yeah, because Selena was a
Cause I
big
didn't,
deal.
I never heard a sentence.
Let me see. Hold on.
Man, listen. I love Selena. I felt like
She was
Selena
beautiful.
was a R&B
Oh
artist.
no, she did get a life sentence. Oh,
Yeah,
she did
that's
get a
what-
life
'cause
sentence.
They never said
That
it
sound
though,
more
so
like
they
it.
probably
Yeah,
'cause
she
they
did get a
never-
life sentence.
Oh, wow.
I know they just locked that tail up, throw it, can't you hear nothing about it no more.
Yeah, you didn't hear nothing about her no more. And I seen her Selena gravesite. It was very beautiful though. It's sad to see it, but her dad to make sure that they took care of it. They got it like blocked off and everything. But I know Jennifer Lopez, she played her part. I had to remember that that's not her face and look at the real Selena.
Right.
And the real Selena was a very pretty lady.
Yes, she
She was
was.
very,
Very
very,
beautiful.
very,
Very
very pretty.
beautiful.
She had a beautiful smile, and that's crazy. Cause I used to wonder like where would she be? Cause my older sister had introduced me to that movie when I was smaller, and that's how I learned about it. Cause I was watching when I was smaller. You know the VCR tape back in the days or whatever. That's how I found out
Listen.
about it.
Selena was taken off.
She
was doing that crossover.
She
tour
learned
song.
her because her daddy was saying at one point that she had to learn better Spanish or whatever because I guess back then you didn't do it right there, throw bottles at you. They used to do him back in the time. And she learned, she got better and better,
Yeah.
and she started to be out there more.
Yeah.
That lady stole them people money,
Hey,
man.
Mika.
She was their manager, but I don't even know how he even found her. I don't even know who found
But I
her.
think they, okay,
She
so
was a
I was,
manager. I'm sorry. I
managing
thought
the
she
money.
was the cleaner lady.
No, the cleaning lady.
okay, so they have
Well, I guess the
out,
cleaner lady couldn't steal the money.
they have like out a little documentary, and I was watching it. It was like 2 days
She was an
ago.
accountant or something.
No, she started out as just a fan club. They started a Selena
Yeah.
fan club.
Okay.
So she just kind of like was over it.
Oh, that's what it was. You were right. They were
Yeah.
sending donations of money, and she was taking the
Right.
money. I forgot. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
she was just
That's
on
what
the
it
fan
was.
club.
In
And
the
then she
movie,
became Selena's
They
personal
did something that
assistant.
she'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
said that
always
a
like,
lot.
I'll take it. I got it,
A lot.
Selena. I got it, Selena.
She did offer a lot of services to help her, but it's like when
My
their
damn
daddy
girl.
they realized that money was missing. Where is the money at?
Right.
And the thing is, what she did with the money, I never heard anything about the lady family. That lady, I've never heard
well,
about
her
no
family was
children,
on the
no
documentary.
husband, no none of that. I never heard about
Her
her
niece and no children or anything, but just her niece.
Her niece, the
But
lady niece.
yeah, but
I never heard.
sorry, Yolanda.
That's
you
a
took
wrap, baby.
away-
She ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
Our Selena.
Because I wonder what she'd have been at today. Like, she should have been older, but what would she have been? Because she
Man,
was already
Selena
blowing
would've-
up.
J-Lo wouldn't have had a chance.
Not at all.
Yeah, she
Oh.
would have had, yeah.
J-Lo low-key was the replacement, huh?
J-Lo wouldn't
But
have
she was the
had
only one that resembled her. There's nobody to resemble her. And I think
That's
about it,
it.
ain't nobody
Latina-
that resemble her.
Latina pop star.
Yeah. Yeah.
Selena was it.
Yeah.
And she had a nice body. She didn't even have no work done.
Nope.
If you look at her pictures and stuff, she had no
Natural.
work done.
That's how J-Lo got on the map with that big old booty.
Yeah, she
The her
for
shape.
Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
Because she was flat.
Rest in peace, Selena.
Yes.
Selena Alastinos.
I feel the same way
1999.
about Aaliyah. Even
Yeah.
though Aaliyah was tragic, it wasn't intentional. But it's like, oh my gosh, what Aaliyah would have been if she
Yeah,
was still
right.
She was
here.
coming out of her shell. She started putting on, they had on makeup. She wasn't as tomboy. She started to become sexy. And it's like, oh, look at
They
Aaliyah.
got her in a
You know, they moved her hair from her face. You can see her eye now.
Beautiful too, yeah.
Yeah, she was always pretty. And it's like, dang, just when she was getting out there to do her thing,
That's it.
got robbed of their lives.
Look like they take the ones that's about to take off.
Yeah, that's how it is.
And then, you know, a lot of life is kind of like full circle. You never understand why certain things happen when it happen, whether it's wonderful, whether it's tragic, until the tail end of that circle
Yeah.
comes. Look at all that drama that R. Kelly is in right now.
Oh, you're right.
That was a whole situation
Yeah.
back when she was here.
She was like 15 and he was in his 20s when they married or something, right?
Right.
Yes.
But she got legal consent from her parents because they ain't no
Yes,
way
she
she didn't
did.
marry her.
Listen, all them girls that came back talking about R. Kelly did this and R. Kelly did that, what y'all parents was
They
when
was
he was
skipping
doing
school.
all this
They was
stuff.
skipping
From
school.
Chicago.
They was at
Were
concerts.
you around any of these
He
things?
lived down the street. What? No,
No, go back. You what? Go
He used
back.
to live down the street from us in Matson, in Main Gate. Down the street from us in Main Gate. But we were young. We didn't know all that was going on. You know, we just see him on TV and know that he stay out here in this city. But
Right.
we didn't really kick it with him like that. But for him to have to go to jail behind what half the niggas in Chicago was doing, still do to this day,
A lot of
it
That's
just
parents
don't
raised
make
them.
sense.
Yeah.
Like, and if your parents gonna come back and say that my child was a minor at the time this happened, you need to be accountable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you ain't here
Where were
doing
you?
music in the studio, you need to be in the waiting room waiting to take your baby
Hello.
home. Ain't no spending the night over here for the weekend.
Right.
My parents
But
wouldn't even let
those
me go
girls
to my
weren't even
girls'
artists.
house.
Only Aaliyah was an artist. The other girls wasn't even artists. They was nowhere near nothing for experience wise.
So why were they in the same room together?
One of my friends though.
They were sneaking out to his concerts.
That's a
So
whole
it's like,
nother
how was they
story.
getting in here? So security
But
failed.
some of them was her friends. Some of them was her friends.
No, I'm talking like all these girls that came forward. A lot of them girls
Yeah.
were sneaking to concerts.
Oh, that's how they got close.
They was
to
getting
him.
into the concerts and stuff. That's how they got in.
That's crazy.
And it's like, okay, so y'all supposed to be in school, y'all at a concert, so y'all was
Yes,
just
well,
managed.
shit, I heard it.
Very.
Y'all was just
Yeah.
being grown.
Yeah.
And y'all parents know y'all was being grown. They probably got tired of y'all. And I think they were getting paid. Some money had to be some money had to
Yeah.
be somewhere.
And the money ran out. That's when
That's
they started
hush
talking.
money.
Yes, yeah, because there's no way. There's no way. Y'all
They
knew y'all
said,
kids
yes,
was grown when they was
parents
running the streets.
Get R. Kelly, hush. What Trina talking about?
Huh?
Hey,
They
Trina.
get that bag. That's what she talking about. They
That
did.
hush money. Yeah. Be ready
Yeah,
to
they
had
start
to get
singing
it.
like a canary.
Because, and back then the people ain't have no money anyways. R. Kelly was the man back in the early 90s.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So you can play his song right now in the club.
still,
He's
yeah.
a man.
I still like R. Kelly, and I'm sorry that whatever happened to them children, but I still like Kells. Now, damn it, we all messed up, but Kells, damn it, Kells is a legend.
He
Okay, you
is.
like Michael Jackson's a pop star, R. Kelly's the king of R&B. Usher is not, and Chris Brown is not.
You heard
R.
it.
Kelly got some songs, baby, that'll make your drawers come up quick.
Hey,
That's
real
it.
And
man.
that's a whole nother story. So,
Yeah.
Learn something.
moving right
That
along.
part.
No, listen, but ladies, you know, we are all beautiful ladies sitting here at this table, and I really wanted to touch on this last topic before we have to close out, and we apologize for starting a little late, but the group of young ladies, when we are out with our friends, is there a designated responsible person that is supposed to be in the group? Because we have this group of young ladies, and I had the video, but I'm not going to play the video because for the respect of the family, the families, involved because if it was my people, I would not want to have to continuously see the video being played. But these group of young ladies, you know, were out together the other night, drinking, driving, doing the dash. I seen it go up to at least 116 on the dash. Had a fatal crash. Some died. One is still in critical condition, possibly not gonna make it. So, as grown adult women, are we having a responsible friend if all four of us are going out, are we gonna have a responsible designated driver?
Yep, it's me.
I used to be the designated driver, but I ain't no more. Toy my designated driver.
I say it depends on the night.
That's true too.
Yeah.
That's very, now you right.
Yeah, y'all
You're
don't
right.
drink,
You're right.
but y'all already know I'm not a big drinker.
Yeah.
So I'm off real.
Designated,
Yeah.
you.
I'm
Toy,
not.
you got me
used to be
home.
a designated driver. I was always a designated driver for my friends. Like back in the days, I always was the responsible one. I had the purses, the keys, the everything. But
This is random for me though. For having a designated driver now, I used to be on point. My body,
Yeah.
I done got old now.
I be on point. That's what I'm talking about.
but I
I used to be on
mean,
point. Now I'm on point.
Yeah.
I gotta get like one drink, then I'd be fine with some water.
ladies,
Yeah, some
tune in. Trina, let me know when you and your girls going out. Do y'all have a designated driver, or is everybody just getting their drink on and not really caring about if we make it back home?
You got some people that do that.
Yeah.
It's out here. It's out here.
Wow.
But you got people who don't know, like Apple Watts, for an example. Not to cut their story off. Apple Watts she drinks. She used to be in the club and everything, and she got into a car crash that could have cost her her life. Now she has a disability that she's stuck with for a lifetime. It changed her body language, her mouth, everything. She almost died. But when she did her documentary, she was upset. She
Yeah.
like, why y'all let me go out like that? But you was an aggressor. There was them girls didn't mess with you because they was afraid of you. If they wasn't afraid of you, somebody snatched your keys and you would have got home the best way you can.
Right.
But she ended up driving. She said she wished that somebody would have just took her
Control
keys,
and-
took control of her.
Yeah.
But you too aggressive. Nobody wanted to do
And
it.
that's what I was gonna get to next, because once people
Just
start
whoop my ass
drinking,
then, damn it.
they do get aggressive. We do.
Laugh and cry about
You
it
don't
tomorrow.
want to
Yeah.
hear anything.
Push me down or something.
Right. And you ain't getting these keys.
Yes, Miss Jackson.
If I know somebody drunk,
you
I'm gonna take the
calling you
keys.
out.
She said you were.
Designated driver.
I am.
Past tense.
Trina knows something. Trina must know something I don't. You been out with Trina?
Nah,
I've been
that
out
ain't
with
Trina.
Trina
That's
before.
somebody named D.
My sister.
That's
Oh, my bad. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Past tense.
But it's a serious situation, though. Seriously, it's a serious situation.
It's very serious because children are losing their parents.
Yeah.
You know,
See, I don't know the ages of these young ladies, but I think the level of maturity plays a part in these decisions too. Like, I speed when I drink. I am guilty. If I leave a house party and I'm leaving and I'm going home, I tend to speed. Not necessarily doing 116, but me being intoxicated, I naturally speed. As far as being in a group, my crowd is usually older. I'm usually the baby because I got like an older personality.
Okay.
So they usually take control anyway.
Okay.
And we safe, we good, you know. So I would say if it was me, you, Tasha, and Melissa, your ass drink just like I do. Oops, excuse me. So I know what D talking about. Melissa, Tasha, probably Melissa.
Must be.
Yeah, out of the four, I would say.
So who will be the driver you said for out of y'all?
I'm usually the
I
driver.
can drive.
Now you probably can.
Yeah.
You probably. I mean, I don't know what's going on
No,
now.
no, now.
No. We gotta talk about this off camera. Anyway. But it is like, yeah. But those girls was drinking. I seen them. Some had white and brown. They mixed. They
They
was
had the
Yeah, they were
Patron
mixed.
straight
That's
out the
a mixing
bottle.
combination.
Straight out the bottle.
But
Yeah,
you also
I
can
seen this
actually
tequila
be out
bottles.
of this world by alcohol poison. You can't be drinking that much liquor like that.
Uh-uh.
You can be up out of here. Poison your system.
All the people dropping dead in Mexico. and
Baby, I ain't going
Dubai,
nowhere. I
on
be
the
so,
car,
yeah,
okay.
they yeah.
Alcohol poison.
Yeah. They drinking too much. When you go out, you supposed to have fun, but not that much fun. They're getting like sloppy.
Yeah.
Because
There's a
after the
limit.
Galentine's thing, I believe I had alcohol poisoning. Because you remember, I was detoxing. I was doing very good, and then we had the party. Then I was drinking. You was like, well, maybe, when your body's detoxing and you drink, then it sometimes have a bad reaction. This is over here reacting very badly. Okay.
Your body was clean, so it took in all the alcohol, and it just took it in.
State of shock.
Hit your bloodstream, baby.
That's just like eating good and exercising, and you go mess around and have a McDonald's burger, you get sick.
You
Same thing.
Yeah.
You gotta drink wine. You can't be drinking no Hennessy. What's wrong with you?
And I had no idea you was that intoxicated that night, because I
When I left, I was not, because I could
I
have
ain't think she was
talking.
later, but I talked to her the whole way home.
good.
all them beds in your house. I could have just went and crashed.
That would have been your only option. Yeah,
But
I
you
had
did.
no
But
idea
you
there.
did tell us to stay.
Yeah.
I did.
You did tell us to stay.
Me and my
I
girls
will.
been
It was my
free,
first time
taking
meeting you,
nap.
so I was just like,
That's why she like, I did offer, like, well.
she did. She's like, y'all get that room right up over there. Them rooms right over there.
Okay.
See, I'm
But she
sure
was
I
like,
did.
you did tell
I
us to
was
stay.
intoxicated too.
Dang.
Y'all don't
Yes,
feel
you was.
good. Yeah. I like enjoying my parties, honey.
Okay, so Trina said, me and my girls, we pray, take a nap, then wake back up and drive home and text, we home safe. We all know
Definitely
our
text.
limits. Don't pass out, be pretty, and tips, and take your ass home.
Get some of that.
Go get
Ooh,
some.
that part.
Yeah.
So managed,
So knock it right out.
Knowing your limit.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know their limit.
Right? They don't.
As soon as I feel that little buzz in my little body,
I was gonna
that's
say,
it.
how we know?
That's
Sometimes
it.
you can know, sometimes you don't know. It depends on your body, what's going on. You can tell when you had enough. You're like,
If
you
you're
know
having
what,
a
let me
good
stop.
time.
If you got too much going on, you talk to yourself. You know damn well you done had too much to drink. In your mind, you talk to yourself and you answer it. You better stop.
Better stop.
You better stop.
Yeah.
But once that train leave the station, ain't no slowing
Ain't
it
no
down.
slowing down. Listen. Listen.
Sometimes
I
I be
ain't
so
drinking water,
tore up to where I don't know though. Like
You don't know.
you just don't know until you lay down and
Yeah.
the room starts spinning. You be like, whoa! Like I thought I just had a good time.
You enjoying yourself. That's
When
the
I wake up
rush.
with the same
Yeah.
clothes on, I know something bad
Then you
happened.
lay down.
What you say,
When I
girl?
pull the cover down, I got the same clothes. Ooh, what happened?
Right.
I gotta call somebody. Something happened. Check, nigga, I go outside, check my car. My car. Oh Lord, where my key? Where my stuff at? Same clothes. Something took place, and you can't remember how you got there. You in the bed.
The passed out.
You got the same clothes. I go be home, bathe my ass, so I know something had to take place.
Right.
Ain't nobody get none, but I went home,
Right.
Yeah.
and I'm in the same clothes.
Yeah. That mean you blacked out.
That mean you had a good
Passed
time.
out. Yeah, you had a good time. You went to sleep.
Toy took me home. I woke up upside down pretty much in the bed because I was at the foot of the bed. I was like, I'm at the foot of the bed. But I did put on my moo though. I said, where my phone? I couldn't find my phone, and my mind said, oh Lord, I did hang out last night. I slammed the blind to the side. The car back there perfectly, so I said, well, damn, at least I parked good. So where's my phone? I don't know where my phone is. My keys snug on the floor. I said, the hell? I said, yeah, what the hell happened? Let me find my keys. And my phone so I can call the woman and see what the hell took place last night, because something took place. So my car parked perfectly, the keys on the floor, and the phone, I can't find it.
Yeah.
And my phone was in my car.
You had it all the way together until you woke up.
Yeah. I got in the door. I got up the stairs. You know, you're going to think it becomes scary, though. This is a scary thing. It becomes scary. So it's like, you know what? You got to stop. Because now you get to the point where you're not learning your limitations now. I used to be able to take 7 shots of tequila. That's a wrap. Can't do that no more.
Damn,
I could probably
girl.
just do like 3.
Yeah,
But
that's a good number.
and another thing is those cups.
Oh, right.
Those big red cups. If I stopped doing the big red cups, I'd be fine. It's those big red cups is the trouble for me.
Okay.
Something like this, I'm good. But those big old red cups they have at the liquor store, that's a problem for me.
They say too much of anything ain't good for you.
Yeah. Then you wake up dehydrated. Like you haven't drinking
Water.
days.
Thirsty, okay? It just be dry.
But it is good to have a designated driver because
yeah.
it was a lady. Y'all, I wish you would have had that clip. It was a lady. She ran all over the sidewalk and hit
I
the people.
think I do have it. The one where she was sitting there, they told her
She on the black
you
shirt
just
with the gray
killed-
pants. Did
two
she
or
like an
three
older
people.
lady?
Yeah.
Yes.
Them kids.
Yeah.
And when
you
she
just-
realized that she killed somebody's
She's like, I
baby,
did what?
Oh, she was in the hospital room.
Yes.
I seen on YouTube.
She was like, I
yeah.
did what?
I ain't even gonna
Yeah,
lie, y'all. I
it
cried
took
when
a
she
minute.
started crying.
when she went to rocket somebody and
Yeah,
killed
it was
somebody's
like,
baby.
oh my God, I
Yeah,
just killed
she was
somebody's
in
baby.
shock.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
She knew it was
crazy.
bad, but she didn't know. She was
How
trying
bad?
to figure out what was going on.
And
She
you
had one
know,
of those shoes
I-
or nothing. But I don't know what she was drinking. Did she have vodka?
I don't know. I had a night like that on some Hennessy.
You ran the curb over?
I don't know what I ran,
Damn.
but I'm just kidding.
April Fools.
No, but seriously, we do have to be more
Consider it, yeah.
vigilant.
Mm-hmm.
We have to learn our limits, people, because once you get on certain alcohol, sometimes you lose control. And you gotta keep control. That's all I can say. Keep control so you don't lose it.
And know your limits.
I don't know how to tell you to know your limits, but just know that if you done had 2 or 3 drinks, it's time for you to bring it down a little bit before you turn it up a notch.
Get some water and
Yeah,
dilute
dilute
it. You gotta
yourself.
dilute it.
Go to the restroom a couple of times before you pick up another drink. Don't sit and try to outdrink people.
And
don't be
eat.
peer pressured into continuing to drink,
Yeah.
knowing when you're feeling messed up. Cause sometimes you can feel when you leaning a little bit.
But sometimes you be
Right.
feeling good. You ever been feeling good and it just sometimes
Yeah.
be too late. You just be feeling good.
But a
And
lot
you
of
don't
the
really
problems
know.
is you guys need to eat before you
Some
put that
people-
liquor on
some
your
people eat,
stomach,
yeah.
and that stuff will tear you up. That
It
makes
get to
it
you
worse.
faster. If you sitting
Yeah.
down drinking, you really gonna be in trouble. You sitting down, keep on drinking. You better stand up and move around a little bit.
That part. Stand up and get the wobbling.
Yeah. Seriously, but it is good to have a designated driver. Somebody
Yes.
got to be safe in this thing because there's too
Somebody.
many lives getting lost at the hands of alcohol. But alcohol became a part of when music came out. Music ain't used to introduce alcohol like that. Like you had some alcohol in it, but now alcohol at an all-time high with the other stuff that other people be taking on top of that.
Take it to a whole nother
So
level.
yeah, they just be high as a kite, you know.
Yeah.
So
Take turns. Y'all need to start taking turns. Yeah, one night she want to get messed up.
Oh,
y'all
okay,
drink.
yeah.
We going out this week, it's on you. You the designator. Next
Right,
week,
yeah.
it's on you. Take turns.
Right,
And everybody
yeah.
get, I mean.
A little
you
piece of the
take
pie.
care. Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. As long as you ain't got no selfish people.
Yeah.
Because you have people who just can't not drink.
Right.
So it depends on who you got with you.
I know I'm getting old. I went out last Friday to Dukes and Boots.
And what
I
happened?
was so cute. and, and I drank nothing but water. Before we left, we had shots. I had like 2.5 shots of some whiskey. And
Whiskey?
some whiskey, girl.
First of all, you went with whiskey.
Everybody
Whiskey
ain't
ain't
Girl,
just
for shots. I know, but yeah.
just
I
when
was
you
getting
messed up
tipsy.
at whiskey.
So I had 1.5, 2 shots of whiskey to get my night started, and the rest of the night nothing but water. And I danced all night. I still had a good time.
Grown and safe.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, she had that real liquor. She had whiskey.
I ain't even have to buy a drink.
felt good.
And I ain't even know you
I
could take
did.
shots of whiskey like that. I ain't never did that.
I'm
That's why
different.
you was feeling real good.
I'm different. Yeah, I'm different.
I love that.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself though.
We did. We had a good time. I was like, oh, we need to come back to another step instead. I'm from Chicago, so stepping is natural for us. But in the boots and that cowboy hat, that's just a whole nother level.
Yeah. With the
So-
fan, you had your fan too?
I ain't having a fan. I'm gonna have to get my fan
You gotta
next
get your
time.
fan.
Yeah, them fans was loud up.
Clap, yep.
I was like, okay, I gotta give you a fan. They had no big ones.
Yeah. That's what
They
they
been
doing
ordering my
now.
fly.
Okay. Had a good time.
Okay, so ladies,
I know the time is winding down.
Already?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, bummer.
Bummer.
I had a
Designated
question to
driver,
ask her
ladies.
too.
I said get a designated driver, ladies. Have
Seriously.
one, keep one.
Yes. We started late, so if y'all got a question for me, I'm here.
Go ahead so we can wrap it up.
I got one quick question. As far as for like sleep wise, your pattern, your sleep pattern is good. Your time you set your own schedule. How does that work?
Yes, I have time freedom like nobody's business. I feel like a young retiree because I don't have to get up and go if I don't want to. But if I do, I do. I I sleep wonderful.
That's good.
I sleep so good. I don't even want to get out of my bed. And you know what? It's very important. Being an entrepreneur takes being
Self-start.
yeah, like organization. See, when you working a 9 to 5, they tell you got to be there at this time, and if you don't, you gonna get rolled up. Da 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 da. It's like that accountability when you work for somebody else. So when you work for yourself, it's easy to get lazy because you don't have that person telling you got to be here at that time.
Gotcha.
So when I do get up early and do what I do, it's because I have an appointment set. But if
Right.
I don't have no appointments that day, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm in my pajamas almost to that night. But if I got an appointment, I'm up early. And I actually like getting up early because I get so much done.
Yeah.
But my bed be so comfortable. I be like, oh,
Her house so cozy.
I love my house.
I always have a cozy house.
Yes.
But Siobhan,
Uh-huh.
tell the people your final words. Tell them how they can find you. Any last words that you want to leave with them? Any words of advice? This is your chance.
Well, I have a lot of words I would like to leave you guys with, but I don't think we have the time. But if you have any interest in a few things, whether it's becoming a homeowner, whether it's becoming a property investor, whether it's becoming a realtor, whether you already own a home and have questions and want to know how you can buy more homes, if you are looking for lenders, if you're looking for a property manager, if you're looking to start an Airbnb, holla at me. I'm the one-stop shop for everything.
One stop.
Yes, the VONNIG. I be cutting up. So my number is 561-420-1897. That's my cell phone number, and the name of my company is Asking You Shall Receive Realty, amongst some others. Trina, give me a call. You said we already talked. Let's do that some more. And thank you for tuning in, guys. We love you. We appreciate you.
That's right.
This was fun. I'm
Miss
going to come back
Angel.
next Wednesday now.
No, we're gonna bring you back because we didn't even get
Yes.
to.
We need part 2, part 3, part 4.
Yes.
All on.
Yes. And then my girl Tasha, they call her.
Hey, Tasha.
Yeah, she on there. I call her Gail. They call me Oprah. So my sidekick, she ain't come tonight, but she'll come next
Look,
time.
Tasha, I told her you should have been here. You are my drinking partner.
She her what? Her what?
TNT. Nothing.
No, I
They
be
know.
jealous.
Nothing.
You hear over there. Man, Angel gonna get you.
Inside joke.
Miss Angel.
We don't have too much to say. Everybody done cleared everything. You know, get a designated driver all the time. Y'all already know. Hit her up. She got you. 'Cause I'm already going.
Hey,
But
yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
color
mean,
coordinator.
I know we did that, didn't we?
We did
Because
that.
everybody in the club getting
God know he
tipsy.
be doing.
Hey.
No, I'm not. I'm drinking ginger ale.
Yeah. Me too. Ginger ale over here.
Sober
That
Wednesday.
end make
Yes.
us in.
Yes. I don't know. That's about it. You
So
know.
we cool. I don't think I got this
Stay
whole live,
blessed.
so somebody gonna have to share this with me. Okay?
No, you got it.
Miss
It's
Christy.
gonna be okay.
Gonna be in, okay.
Well, as I always say, love, peace, happiness, and joy. It's definitely good to have a designated driver. Your life is very important. You got purpose, so make sure you understand that before y'all go out there and show your tail. I got to keep telling myself that too. Thank you. Miss Siobhan, it was great meeting you.
Same
You got a
here.
lot
Thank you.
going on.
I do.
Couldn't get enough. But you're very educational, and I love that. And I love to see our people doing great. So you're doing
Awesome.
good, baby.
Thank you.
I
thank
love them
you.
earrings
love
and
sharing.
keys.
She got the key to the street.
Yes.
Yes.
Keep doing good, baby. Be blessed.
Thank
I
you,
love
thank
it.
You. Will do. Y'all have a good one.
We will. And you guys, thank everyone for tuning in, whoever has shared. Thank you guys for dropping your comments. Shout out to Cute Things on the outfit. It is pretty,
Oh,
though,
that
yes.
is cute.
Yeah.
I
Nice
love
and
those
Shout out to Cute
colors.
Things.
Yes.
I like
the
this.
boo.
Ooh.
They out there.
Got them buzzers.
Y'all know, anybody who know me know that I love to shop local. I love to support black businesses. I will support you guys. I love to support anybody who comes on the network who has something that is beneficial to me. I'm going to buy it. Okay,
That's
so
real.
big up the cute things, Miss Keela Brown.
Yes.
Love you, girl. And stop putting stuff on sale, please.
You say stop putting.
Stop putting stuff on sale so I can stop
She won't
shopping.
Stop buying it.
Okay.
Nah, buy it.
That's right.
Who else did I want to acknowledge?
Trina. Hey, Trina.
Big ups to Trina. You guys, please make sure that you are tuning into UGTv Network 5 all week long. You already know every Monday, DJ Manny, Benny, and Sahar, the voice of the streets. Every Tuesday, catch the beautiful Miss Mika Wasted and Sahar with Game Over Combo. And every Wednesday, catch the 3 chicks chatting. Next week we have Pit Lyrica. Our April is filled up, you guys. Just stay tuned as the flyers roll out. And every Thursday at 8 p.m. catch the Big Man Cave with D Lee, AK, and LP. As far as for my final words, you guys. Let me get back to us. There we go. As far as my final words, you guys, be blessed. Be blessed. And that kind of sums it up in a nutshell. Anything you're going through, anything you need, be blessed. Pray about it. Get you a designated driver, ladies. Don't feel pressured into doing anything that you know is against your better judgment. We speak on this very often. Right from wrong, not wrong from right. Because wrong from right, once that hard stop, it's no wrong from right. It's a done deal. So be more responsible. Just like our children depend on us to lead them into their adulthood, we need to depend on ourselves to get ourselves to where we need to be. Because if we do not make the right decisions, there will be no tomorrow to see.
Very much
We
true.
appreciate you guys. Catch us next Wednesday right here on UGTv Network 5. Like I said, we will have the talented Pit Lyrical in the building next week, you guys. Tune in. Let's catch her story about her domestic violence situation that she just went through and how she overcame it and how it is making her into a better artist. It's your girl, Miss Toya.
Y'all already know this is your girl, Chrissy.
Your girl ain't your baby.
And Miss Bond.
Accent you share with sleep.
Good night.